welcome back to Thrive America and our final segment here with Graham Wickham. Graham, thank you so much for coming on our show today.
Absolutely, I've had a great time. Thank you.
Want to jump right into some questions for you, and then I want to give you the opportunity to tell us a little bit about your agency and your financial group and how someone might get in touch with you, that kind of thing. But first off, let's hear, Graham, what's been your biggest business blunder, and what have you learned most from that? So we may learn from you here.
Right. Maybe I've had more mistakes than I've had successes. But I think as long as you learn from those mistakes, and you turn around to a success, then you're a winner. I think being decisive is something that we all have to kind of pull out, because sometimes we get so vested in what we think we want to do and how we want to do it, because we have our own vision, that we kind of forget that along the way you got to make adjustments, you got to make changes. And I made a concerted adjustment change. It was not easy. It was not something I relished. I did not want to do it, but it actually was the best thing we've ever made. It really changed the dynamic of the agency. We've now have everyone moving in the right direction, all my producers, agents, support staff, with the same mindset moving forward. So I think it's making sure that you don't get lost in your own vision and ideas, and you forget that sometimes you have to make those tough decisions and you have to make changes when they need to be made, not let them drag out too long.
So just to be a little bit more clear, I'm thinking here at one point in your business life, you were holding onto a vision that wasn't supported by your team, or did you open up your vision to include the team more, or is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, something like that. To comment on my team and support staff, I mean, they're tremendous. I mean, we all work together. They don't work for me, and is how I look at it. And I looked at it as we all need to be moving in the right direction. And just like any organization, you got to be a little concerned about some of the lone wolves, some people that want to go in their own direction, and that's fine if that is. You just need to realize that maybe it's time that relationship needs to be separated, and it's would be great for that individual. It's usually great for the organization, and for a business owner and an entrepreneur, many times, it's finding that situation and realizing when it is time for those individuals to move in different directions for both their benefit.
Yeah, I know. It's your team is so important as a business owner, and getting. We've done a lot of things internally here to get our team on the same page, and doing things as one, and sharing the vision of where we're going as a company.
Right.
Thrive America, Graham, and this can deal with your from a financial standpoint, or something else you've learned. What advice can you give me and that's our viewers? What advice can you give us to help thrive in this economy and beyond, outside of this economy? What can you tell us about that?
I think the biggest thing is be comfortable and willing to adjust and change. Not get away from your goal, your vision, but be willing to adjust and change that. Case in point, social marketing media, if I'm saying that correctly, was always an area that I was interested in, wanted to get involved in, but I really never made a concerted effort. Now that I see that you put yourself on the internet, maybe the Tweeters, maybe the Facebooks and the LinkedIn, then you're leveraging your relationships that you have out there. Many individuals who maybe are a little longer in the business than I am, maybe some individuals that maybe, this is the way we've done it, it's worked this way for 20 or 30 years, we're not going to change. Those are the ones that might see that they're going to fall behind instead of leading. So
definitely social media, social marketing has been a theme on Thrive America, and if you're not involved in some of the things that you mentioned, Graham, like Twitter and Facebook and that kind of thing, you're not necessarily going to use that as I think your first stop to get business, but it's a great way to follow up with clients and further that relationship on. So get involved, create a Facebook, create a Twitter account, and that's great advice coming from someone like you, Graham, who has a stable financial organization.
Right.
That's interesting to me. So let's talk about your company and your business. Talk a little bit about what you guys do and provide, and then what's the best way to get in contact with you.
Yeah. Actually own two companies, Wickham Financial Group, which we've been talking about mostly today, investment advisory services. And we help clients, businesses, and families out with investments. It might be for stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and retirement plans. We do specialize in 401k rollovers, which is obviously very popular these days. Wickham Agency is our insurance arm. That's the arm that's been around the longest. They've been around 37 years, the financial side for 15. On the insurance side, P&C. What that means to you is going to be your home, your auto. If you're owning your business, you might need workers' comp, general liability, bonds, health, life insurance, and annuities. So we have a risk management side, and then we have a side to help you grow and prosper.
Great. And then if someone's watching the show and they want to get in touch with your agency, what's the workflow? Do you have clients come into your business, or do you like to talk on the phone, or what?
Right. Well, really both, but I mean, we're blessed with being in the area for 37 years, and I'd like to hopefully say a tradition. Most of our business through referrals. We really don't advertise out on billboards or newspapers. Nothing wrong with that, but we find just building that relationship, because that's what we focus on, relationship-based service. That's where we build those strong relationships. So we just don't get the mom and the dad. We're going to get the children, then we're going to get the grandchildren, and so on and so forth.
I think I do want to say this. I misconception about your industry. I always thought that I had to kind of pay for a service or whatever, but I know there's different fees. We don't have to get into your fee structure, but typically you really don't. In my mind, in my opinion, or my belief is that you don't have to pay for your services. You build a relationship. Is that true? That's
absolutely true.
Okay.
I don't really believe in necessarily a fee just to speak to me. There's no reason why you don't know me. I believe that we need to get to know each other, and after that, if we build a relationship and we see a strong value, then compensation comes into play. So.
Yeah, and so if you're watching the show either from even a different state, a lot of the financial advisors out there just want to talk to you and give you some advice, and then from there a relationship is born. So go take a minute and go talk to an expert like Graham, and if you're in the area, give him a call. We'll have your phone number here, if that's okay, on our blog.
Absolutely. Okay. And also the website, wickhamservices.com.
And we'll have a link to your website as well.
Super.
Well, Graham, thanks again for coming on Thrive America.
Thank you. It was a great program. Thank you for having me.
All right, and we'll see you around really soon.
Super. Thank you.
All right, so I think what I learned most from Graham are a couple things. One is just being educated on the current economic climate and kind of where we're going and how we should navigate our financial ship, as well as the mindset of the investor. It needs to be methodical. It needs to stay the course. You don't want to just jump on the first thing you hear in a magazine or on the media, but take it all in and then consult with your financial advisor, which kind of leads me to the next point where in America, we're sort of in debt. Most of us could probably say that we're in debt, either credit card debt or in debt from some other source. So how can we start at an early age to change that mindset? And what can we do now to get out of debt and to build a resource of funds and to take a completely different approach to your financial health? And I think that starts with just a meeting with a local financial advisor who are designed to help you reach a financial freedom and financial health, which is just important as personal health or social health in those arenas. The last thing that I learned from having Graham on the set today was how much value he puts in, how much stock he puts in on the importance of relationships and building a trusting relationship with each of his clients. So I challenge you, what can you do? What can you take away from these principles? And I'd like to learn what you gained from our interview here with Graham. We have a comment section below where you can leave a comment, so love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here on Thrive America.